You know this song. But do you know about its creator and his dark backstory? Let's start fresh. Siinamota began making music at just age 14, releasing music on the main video sharing platform in Japan called Nico Nico. His family life was difficult and music was an escape. Slowly, his career started building, with him writing songs for popular artists and many of his own songs even becoming extremely popular. Q was his first song to ever break 1 million views, before Young Girl A eventually gained its popularity. Siinamota, real name Mizoguchi Ryo, was a Vocaloid producer, under the name of Pawa Pawa P. Vocaloid is a voice synthesizer software, enabling different lyrics to be sung by typing in lyrics and different melodies. The main feature of Vocaloid is that each of the voices are encapsulated within a character, who features a unique voice that can be tuned and adjusted, sampled from a real voiced actor. These characters contain visuals, personality, and even backstories, which generally just makes them feel whole. In most of Shina's music, he had used Hatsune Miku, now easily the most popular Vocaloid model, recognizable by most people not even familiar with the scene. However, Shina also used another model, particularly Kagamin Rin. Siinamota is known for his unique tuning of Kagamin Rin, which made the songs that incorporated her voice very special. And because of that, we got Young Girl A. Much more on this later. On the 9th of March, Siinamota turned 20. He realized that if he wanted to make a living from making music, he would need to conform to popular standards, instead of simply doing what he liked. So, he released an album called Ikiru, which looked back on his life. This album literally translates to live, and was stated by Shina to be the last album where he made music purely to have fun and experiment. Siinamota joined the brass band in junior high, but was bullied. Oftentimes, he stated that different things were thrown at him by the other kids, and he came home crying. Eventually, he quit the club and found Hatsune Miku, and realized, quote, "This is music that I can complete on my own," end quote. Here, the lyrics continually emphasize that bullying is relentless. This is the second song of Ikiru, which makes sense according to Shinamoto's description of this album as a reflection of his own life, as the second song represents his early life. The next period of his life was quite dark. In online forums, Shina lied about being a university student, not wanting to seem young to the Vocaloid community. Despite the Japanese being depicted to be a perfect and joyful society, many things are actually extremely dysfunctional, and this includes their merciless online criticism. Quote, "Looking back, I think it's no good to show off your happiness or misfortune to others. But at the time, I was showing off and even said things like, 'I'm going to kill myself.' I was a bit nervous, and I couldn't help but look at things I shouldn't look at, like the bad things people say about me online," end quote. Most of the sentiment described here was reflected in the third song of the album, named From 9 to 0. Siinamota first released Young Girl A in 2013. However, he eventually re-released it through Ikiru. By looking at its views through the Wayback Machine, we can see that the song had reasonable success for the first few years, but only really exploded in 2023. Coincidentally, in mid-2023, Kenta Neshi released Paranoia, a remix that mainly used the chorus of Young Girl A. Slowed and sped versions of the song became widespread on TikTok as well, which contributed to the popularity of the song. Despite there being controversy pertaining to the crediting of the sample, Kenta Neshi seems to have credited Young Girl A as far as I know. On the 23rd of July of 2015, Siinamota published a piece called Akapen Onegaishimasu, which directly translates to "Red Pen, Please." In many other East Asian countries, writing someone's name in red ink is a sign of bad luck and oftentimes has correlations to death. In the song, Shina talks about losing someone dear to him, hence, Sheena asking for a red pen almost feels as though he wants to join that loved one in the grave. Approximately 30 minutes after the publishing of this song, Siinamota was announced to have passed away due to an unknown cause, a huge shock to the Vocaloid community. Many people believe his death to have been a suicide, but the true cause is undisclosed. Due to this, many people believe Kenteneshi to be exploiting Shinamota's death to avoid copyright strikes from his sample, but I think his sample is more honest than some other pieces on YouTube. The only thing that irks many people about pieces like Paranoia is that it fundamentally is built upon another piece, and is also titled in a way that makes it seem like it's a standalone piece, rather than a remix. What you will notice though, through the tracklist of Ikiru, is that the only song incorporating Kagamin Ren was Young Girl A. For this reason, this song stands out, especially because Kagamin Ren is canonically 14, far younger than Hatsune Miku, which matches the theme of the title. In an interview, Sheena said that adults often tell me, "You're young, so it's okay to still make mistakes," but I don't think that's true. So when they tell me, "It's okay to stumble sometimes," I keep repeating, "It's cold, 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 cold." Young Girl A is a pretty good indication of how Siinamota feels about the world. During this time, love became a huge part of Sheena's life. Previously a recluse, Sheena experienced many encounters after moving to Tokyo and learning the joy of talking and communicating to other people. Hence, as a whole, Ikiru contains several songs with love as a motif, which shows how important it is to Sheena. However, in almost none of the songs is the love fulfilled, and breakup is always a theme in the background. It is for these reasons that many people believe his death to be a suicide. Of course though, it's inappropriate to definitively say, and it's also pointless to try and pry into his family's grief for answers, which some people have tried to do. A big problem, to be honest, with sampling Vocaloid and anime-based music is that I think it's very easy to look at it as like just some weep shit, when in reality it's a very deep-rooted community. And also, what does sampling really mean? The industry's definition for sampling seems to leave a lot of wiggle room for ethics to be left out, and there's numerous examples out there, which might need a separate video for. Thanks for watching.